welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a pick a card reading for singles, where we're going to go into great detail about your love life, what's going on in your love life, what's coming through in your love life for single people. I'm really excited to do that. We have 4 different tarot decks that I'm working with, and I would love it for you to use your intuition to figure out which one of these decks are calling to you. And yeah, and then we will get into the reading. But before we do that, I want to pull from my self-compassion deck to get a card for the collective, to just kind of remind you to be in tune with yourself and give yourself a little bit of self-compassion just as a collective. Okay, we have Compassion Comrade. It says, choose a painful experience from your past. Imagine someone who has a deep well of compassion was there with you in that scene. How would they help you, and what would they say? I think this is so beautiful, because I think I remember one time in my life that was super painful was when I was younger. I really wanted to write a story, but and it got put up for a competition, and I forgot to submit it, and so I lost my ability to go into that competition. I remember being so devastated, and I think that if I had someone there who was compassionate towards me, it would very much be like, hey, it's okay, there's going to be like other opportunities, and just because you didn't do this competition, it certainly does not mean that you aren't special in your own way. So that's what that kind of reminds me of. Let me know what it reminds you of in the comments. And again, one more thing before we get started, please like, please subscribe, and comment on this video. Even if it's a little emoji, it really helps me. And with all that being said, let's get started. Okay, so if you picked group number 1, this is going to be your detailed singles reading and what's coming up in your love life. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull some cards from the tarot deck and kind of see what is going on. Okay, so the first thing we have is the 7 of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so for group number 1, what I think is going to be going on in your love life is that you're really going to be assessing any kind of belief systems that you have around love that really aren't serving you anymore. The 7 of Cups is very much about being deluded, illusions, like having your head in the clouds. In reverse, it's very much about coming down to earth and realizing that, you know, just because you want something to be a certain way, if it's not grounded in reality, it's just not grounded in reality. I also feel like in your life and what's coming in your love life is that you've dealt with someone who was like a King of Wands energy, or someone who was incredibly passionate, but that passion kind of almost went in a negative direction. And I really feel like ever since then you've kind of had a little bit of a hard time trying to figure out what kind of person you want to be with, because this person kind of hurt you. I'm definitely like getting that. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is all about a fated moment. So I'm getting the sense that like Spirit really wants you to know that all the pain of the past that you've been through when it comes to the people that you've dated has led you to this moment of finally meeting someone who really is going to be an amazing person for you to be with. All of this kind of is coming at a place where it's really teaching you what you need in a relationship, and now you're kind of at the point where you're ready to finally meet someone who's really going to be that standard. Let's see what else we get. So group number 1, We have charcoal licorice in my little ice cream oracle deck. So this is about innovation, invention, and revolution. So I really feel like whoever you decide to date after this is going to be someone who is so different from who you have ever tried to date before. It's very much going to be someone who is probably not your type, probably like not who you imagine you were going to be with. Someone who is truly different, and like it's very innovative for you. It's a very like different feel to you, and it also might be like a little bit rebellious. Like maybe some people in your life just don't necessarily like this person as much because they're so different, but they're going to be so good for you in the long run. So I feel like if someone doesn't feel like they're your type, or maybe they're not your physical type, then that's okay, because they have other qualities that are going to be more important to you in the end, and you just have to kind of allow that to, you know, take forth and just like give people a chance. Okay. Oh, okay. I also see for your love life, you're going to have a lot of choices. I think you're going to have a few people who really want, or who are going to be really interested in you and really care about you and really want to see what you're all about. I feel like there's going to be a bit of a dating phase with you where you're going to be meeting a lot of different people and talking to a lot of different people, and you're going to be like, oh man, like, you know, I just have a lot of options all of a sudden. I really feel like you grounded in what you want in a relationship is really going to open up the floodgates for so many different people to show up in your life and impress you and care for you. Let's kind of get some information about these people and what they look like and what their kind of personality is going to be, because I do think there's going to be multiple people for you. Okay. We have the Harpy. This, I feel like one or all of the people who are going to be interested in you are going to be someone who's really like freedom based. I feel like they're someone who really cares about their freedom and really doesn't like to necessarily be tied down, but that's why it's going to be surprising, because you're probably going to be like, this kind of person's kind of a player, and like, why are they interested in me? Because I want a relationship, you know? I also feel like this person really cares about human rights and might be someone who gets really fired up about human rights and really wants to see the freedom of all people, and I just think that that's super beautiful. What else? Okay, we have the Crocodile. I also feel like the kind of people that you attract, or the person that you're going to be attracting into your life, which again, I really feel like it's more than one person. I also feel like it's kind of funny because we have freedom and then we have repressions with the Crocodile and the Harpy. So the Harpy is the master of the skies, is flying, is looking down at people, and the Crocodile wants to be left alone in the water. They are often not seen, not heard. So this is what's really making me think that group number one, you're really going to have multiple people who are interested in you, and some of the people are going to be these freedom loving, more in your face kind of King of Wands energy, and the other one is going to be more introverted, more quiet, and almost a little bit repressed in the fact that like maybe they don't always let loose, like they're not going out partying, they're really staying inside and like minding their business and like really trying to like deal with what's going on in their life rather than what's going on in other people's lives. So I really do feel like there's going to be multiple people who are vying for your attention as soon as you get grounded about what you really want in a relationship. We have the Fire Ant. Again, like another sign of multiple people showing up. Okay, ants come in in groups and colonies. Okay, so I feel like these people might be a part of your friends group, a part of your community in some way, shape, or form. These are going to be people who you have been around because you work with them, because they're in your community, because they're in your friends group, because they're at your church, like whatever. They're going to be people that you've already been around and know. And yeah, like there's also, I'm getting a sense of someone coming into your life who, I really feel like you've been with people who were not very collaborative in the past, who were more angry and combative and very much like my way or the highway. And you're going to be really being with people from this point on who want to collaborate with you, who want a relationship that is equal with you, who want you to put in 100% and they put in 100% and you get 200% with the both of you. And that is just super beautiful. Okay, so let's see kind of like what the relationship or relationships may be like for you. I don't know if the other piles are going to have multiple people, but for you, I definitely feel like multiple people are showing up. And maybe you're going through a dating phase where you're going to just like date a lot of different people, which like ain't no shame in the game, babe. Ain't no shame in the game. Okay. We have Rosemary, Memories. Bond. Fortify. Okay, so I really feel like in some ways you're gonna have a relationship with someone that's very nostalgic in a way. Like they might be someone who like you go on a date with them and they want to watch Disney, or like they want to watch I don't know why Disney is like stuck in my head, but like I really am like envisioning like you guys watching like old movies together and like just a lot of like nostalgia and things like that. I with the catnip and the echinacea, the fortified and bond, I also feel like you're going to be dating a lot before you find that one person that you can bond with. But when you do find that person, it's going to be for life. You know, you're going to feel very protected by this person. This person's really interested in making sure that you are okay and that you are someone who feel safe with them. Like that's what I think about when I think about fortified. Like you feel safe, and when you think about the plant of echinacea, it's healing and it helps your immune system. Like truly being with this person is going to make you feel better on a physical level. I really do believe that. It's just quite beautiful and quite positive, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out a couple of more cards about the outcome of all of this dating, because again, I really feel like you're gonna be dating a lot of people. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like there's gonna be multiple people, but you will find one of them to be a little bit better than the others. Okay, we have a win-win, full moon in Libra. Work on your fears. Okay, and I'm just going to use the zodiac dice as well. 11th house, the sun. So this person could be a Sagittarius. I'm also getting kind of Scorpio vibes a little bit too. This person, like the person that you will end up with, the outcome of the matter is going to be someone who wants to collaborate with you, wants to give 100%. Like we were just talking about the collaboration, like 100% to 100% equaling 200%. That's very much the full moon in Libra energy, where you know you are finding something that works for both of you. And this is also someone that's going to help heal you, someone who really is going to help you work on your fears, work on how you feel about yourself, and all of those different things. So I think that that's super special and wonderful. And overall, the person that you are going to end up with is going to be the person that does not shy away from your baggage, from their past, from the things that you feel like you don't want to talk about, because this person is really going to help you face those things and they want to help you heal, and they kind of expect the same in return. You might have a lot of different people who are showing up in your life over these next few months, group number one, but there's only going to be one of them that really truly makes you feel safe and heard and really wants to help you heal from your past. And that's just gorgeous. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, group number one. I hope that this was really helpful for you. Please let me know in the comments. Give this video a little emoji and a little like to let me know that you like it, and I will see you on the flip side. Hello, group number 2. This is going to be your singles pick card reading for what is coming up for you in love. Really kind of freestyling this video and just kind of pulling from each of the decks and seeing what I get. And I'm really excited to do this reading for you. So let's kind of see what is going on. I really wanted to come out. Well, we got the King of Pentacles and the Magician and the Emperor. Oh my God. Married and pregnant is very much on my mind right now with this reading. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like you have been manifesting this relationship for a very long time, group number 2. I'm like almost like getting chills. Like the Magician, the Empress, the King of Pentacles. Talk about meeting someone who wants to take care of you, who wants to make you feel like you are living in luxury, who really wants to make you feel like you're taken care of, you know? I feel like what's coming up for you is that you have been really working on yourself and really becoming aligned with the finer things in life and being financially stable. And you're really manifesting someone who has the same amount of financial stability as you do. And it's super, super nice. This is a really great energy to pull for a love connection. So I'm just really excited for you. With the King of Pentacles and the Empress, it does make me feel like it's going to be more of a traditional relationship. I am seeing like babies, kids, marriage, like truly doing things the way you're supposed to do things. Like I feel like this person is a little bit more traditional, and they might be older than you as well. There might be a bit of an age gap. This person might be a little bit old school and a little bit older than you in general, and just like definitely giving me that sense of feeling like you are very secure with this person and you feel very safe with this person, and they really just want to take care of you, like, you know, in a physical way and in like a practical way. Like I want to rub your feet because you are just like, you know, dealing with so much. I want to make sure that you're well fed, that you're drinking water, you know. They're someone who really like cares about you in a way that is just really intense and very much like, I want you to be okay. So yeah, you're definitely pulling some person, a really wonderful relationship soon that is coming in for you. So if you've been single for a while and you've been, specifically because I feel like for if you picked pile number 2, you've been purposefully single for a while, because you know that you're not going to settle for less and you're like okay with it, you know. And because of that, you are truly manifesting someone who is of a very high value and a very high caliber. Okay, so we have chocolate vanilla squirrel and rainbow. I said squirrel, oh my goodness, swirl and rainbow. So we have this opposites attract energy, and equality, as well as self-expression, diversity, and pride. So for me, one, I will say that if you are LGBTQ, this might be the pile that you picked, because this is giving me almost an LGBTQ kind of relationship. For some of you, that's a very specific message, but for others, I really feel like you're going to be bringing in someone who's very much like a opposites attract kind of thing. But this is someone who really wants an equal relationship with you and will probably show you a lot of different things that you didn't really know about. I really feel like they're opening up your mind and your eyes to so many new and different things, and it's just kind of like an interesting thing for you. Like I feel like this is someone who wants to take you places that you've never been, have you try food that you've never tasted, you know, really like spoil you, but also introduce you to new concepts, new philosophy, new principles that you weren't exactly looking for before. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I definitely feel like they're going to push your boundaries a little bit, and open you up to new experiences. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards for the personality of this person, because I really feel like it's one person and it's coming in like super strong. Oh, we have the seahorse. Stop, that's so cute. the Rhino, and the Manatee. Okay. This person might already have a child or something, or is duty bound by something. They could have gotten like divorced, but also with the seahorse, it also again makes me feel like there's almost like an LGBTQ kind of relationship, because you think about the seahorse and like the dad is the one who's giving birth, which I just think is like super cute. But yeah, again, specific message for a specific group of people. But we have duty, fear, and compassion. So I feel like this is someone who has also not been in a relationship in an incredibly long time, because they have been really looking for a specific kind of person, and they've really had their heart broken. They are very kind of almost fearful of love, but I feel like they're gonna kind of blow past that to be with you, because you showed them some kind of compassion and you showed them that you really care about who they are on the inside and not what you can do for them. This person is going to reward you for quite literally just being there for them and treating them like a human being, because I really feel like this person just is been used a lot, and like especially because I think they have money, I think they've been used a lot in the past by a lot of different people, and because of that they've just been really sensitive towards others and just are very kind of like, oh man, like I'm not really sure if I can really give this relationship my all because this person might use me. I also feel like this person will be very compassionate towards you and really care about you, and again want to take care of you. I'm going to pull some cards to see what the relationship is going to be like. What are some elements of the relationship? Synonym. Okay. This could be someone that you knew from the past, like someone that you've known for a while, but you never thought you would be in a relationship with them, with the cinnamon. Like, I really feel like this person, like, I'm not thinking that you guys have actually been in a relationship before, but rather they've just kind of been in the outskirts of your life, and you just never thought that this is someone that you would actually be with. With onion, we have like tears, which I think is a little funny. I really feel like, especially because it's like coming out right next to the fear card, okay? This is someone who's very in touch with their emotions, and they're not going to try to hide that from you. Like, I really feel like, I think the reason why I keep coming back to, I feel like this is an LGBTQ relationship, is because I just don't think it has the same traditional gender roles that most relationships have. Like, whether or not it is like a lesbian relationship or a gay relationship, or it's a straight relationship, but the both of you are just not about those gender roles, and I really feel like this is someone, if they are a man who's very in touch with their emotion, and if they are a woman, they are in touch with their masculine side. Like, this is someone who, whatever you think they're going to present as, they're going to actually be the opposite on the inside. And then we have Yara, which is about expulsion, which is getting rid of things that you really don't need. So the way that I think your relationship is going to work is that I really feel like you guys are going to have a moment where you're talking and getting to know each other, and you have this moment where you really deeply connect because you are talking about really deep things and really just like almost like talking about your trauma and like bringing it all up to the forefront, and you're really having these deep, intense conversations, and it almost feels like a purging for you, like you're purging your soul to this person, and you're getting rid of all this negative energy with this person, and you feel clean and happy and seen afterwards. This person may not be the most romantic person when it comes to like, you know, saying always the right things, but I feel like this person is going to be great at letting you talk and get out everything that you need to get out, validating that, and really just like, you know, caring for you in a very practical way. Like, they might not always like talk to you, but they will massage you, they will cook you meals, they will take, like, literally take care of you, you know. I'm gonna pull out some cards for the outcome of what I think what is going to happen with this relationship. Am I surprised that Taurus came up? Absolutely not. I've been feeling Taurus vibes this whole time. All right. Okay, so I think the outcome of this is that you will have a very practical relationship with this person. I do think that marriage is in the cards for you, group number 2. And I also think that this person will teach you how to love. For placements, I think they can have either Taurus placements or Scorpio placements. I think that this person is going to be a great friend to you and really be someone that you can talk to, even though they don't always talk back. And overall, I just really kind of see this being a relationship in which you really do, like, you know, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, which I always think about marriage. You have this full moon in Taurus, which is very much ruled by Venus. And you got Saturn and Venus in the same energetic sphere. In my head, that is marriage. That's what marriage is, right? It's romance and it's commitment at the same time. And I really feel like that's kind of what's going to happen with you in this relationship. I cannot lie about that. So I hope that this gave you some clarity about what's coming up next in your love life, group number 2. And please leave this video a like and an emoji or a comment. I would really love to hear from you. And with all that being said, bye. Hello, group number 3. This is going to be your reading about what is coming up in your love life if you are single. Okay, if you're in a relationship, don't click on this video. I'm kidding, but like also don't click on this video. So let's get started. Let's figure out what's going on in your love life and like what is coming up. We're gonna start with the tarot here. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, taking care of someone. 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, group number 3. You might have a relationship coming up, but I also think there's some healing work to be done. You know, I feel like you're the person who takes care of everybody but yourself. I feel like you're the person who makes sure that everybody is good, but not necessarily to yourself. And because of that, you are kind of in this situation where when things come up for you, or when people, like, basically when you get burnt out, because you definitely are, you end up self-sabotaging and almost like ending relationships because of that. You do have the 9 of Cups in this reading, which makes me feel like there is going to be some kind of wish fulfillment here, but you need to put in a little bit more work before you can do that. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is so beautiful in the fact that you take care of others. It's a very mothering energy, like you are like the mother of other people. But with the 9 of Swords, I really do feel like you got to work on that mind. You got to work on how you look at yourself. You need to work on how you feel about yourself generally, because this is very much about having the kind of anxiety that wakes you up at night. And I don't think that that's the greatest thing to bring into any kind of new relationship. And I feel like your wish fulfillment, your relationship is almost at the tip of your tongue. But in order to get to that, you really need to address how you feel about yourself inside. You can't run away from that, because it's going to catch up with you no matter what you do. And it's going to reflect in the people that you attract. Now, some people do show up in your life and they suck, and that's just because that's how they are as humans. But a lot of the times when it comes to specifically romantic relationships, we tend to attract people that we feel like we almost have unfinished business with. It's like when you're dating the same type of person over and over and over again. It very much feels familiar, and you feel comfortable with that person because you are uncomfortable with being with a good person, because you haven't done that yet. You haven't experienced that. And the way that our brains work, we have to feel like we experience something good and that it is safe for us to experience it in order for us to not self-sabotage. And I feel like for you, in a lot of ways, relationships, romantic relationships, simply just weren't safe for you. Like whether it's, you know, being in multiple ones when you were younger or just because of the way your parents treated you. I really feel like it just wasn't safe for you. So you got a little bit of work to do when it comes to romantic relationships, you know? I'm not gonna lie. But let's see what else is gonna be showing up in your love life. Get a little bit more details here. Okay. All right, so I feel like in your love life, you might be meeting someone in a very elegant setting. Could be a wedding or some kind of shower or something that is just like a more formal event. I'm also getting collaboration and teamwork, which isn't necessarily kind of like making me feel like relationship as much as it is like you need to talk to your friends and family about kind of what you've been going through inside. Like, I feel like you've taken on way too much in your life and it's really blocking you in love and you're not really getting to do the things that you want to do. Ask for help, you know? Ask your friends and family to help you. Ask them to pick up some of this labor because it shouldn't be all on you to do all of this by yourself. It's not fair. It's not fair to you. And you need some help. But I'm also seeing that, like, also, like, I don't know why, group number 3, I don't know, I feel like you have a great taste in decorating. And that sounds really random, but like, that's relevant to the reading. I feel like you're a great decorator and very good at aestheticism and being able to make things look beautiful, including yourself. And so you need to kind of take that and give it to yourself. Make yourself feel good. Feel sensual in your body. Feel sensual in your life. You know, feel like actually give yourself the time to feel good and to self-care, because that is really going to be something that helps you in the end to attract a partner that really is like your wish fulfillment is really the thing that you want to be doing. All right, let's see if there is anyone in your life right now who might be interested in you, crushing on you or something, and like what those people are like. A crocodile, camel, dependence. Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that right now is the time for you to be in a relationship. I'm getting like with the camel, with the crocodile, the camel, and independence, it's like you're kind of on a journey. You're on a journey to find yourself. You're on a journey to find out who you are, and on a journey on becoming independent and not giving so much to people who don't deserve it, you know? Like with the camel, I think about a really long journey, like in the desert, and you just like looking for resources and like getting out there. With the repression, I do feel like there's a little bit of repression when it comes to like the way that you express yourself, especially sensually. And then with the independence, it's like, for me, this is really coming up as this is the time to work on yourself as a person, but not necessarily the time to be in a relationship. You are kind of really on your way to finding a relationship, but first you got to find yourself. First you got to feel comfortable with yourself. First you have to love yourself. Maybe not completely, maybe like you're not, like no one ever never have negative thoughts about themselves ever, but maybe you've given so much to other people that there isn't a lot left for yourself. And also when I think about camels, I think about their humps and how, you know, they are storing water and nutrition. And it's like, what are you, I'm getting the big question of like, what are you leaving for yourself? Like, what is left for you if you give everything to everybody else? Like, what do you have for yourself if you give everything to them? You know, those are some food for thought. Okay. Ooh. Everything fell, guys. Everything fell. All right. Cloves, coriander, and chili peppers. I also want to point out, for people who picked group number 3, watch who you are friends with, because some of your friends are just straight up not your friends. Some of your friends are mean, some of them put you down, some of them do not treat you right, and really just like are not good for you, but you keep them around because you have loyalty to them, and you really need to just like give them the cut in your life. I also feel like some of your friends are sabotaging your love life. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at some point in your life if one of your friends tried to steal your partner, or did something really, really weird with someone that you were dating before, or is always not encouraging you, or like trying to stand out and like date the people that you're interested in. It's giving me very sus energy here, you know? And I feel like you're such a loyal person that I feel like you're just kind of, you're like letting them do that because you want to be loyal to them. And, you know, you've been friends with these people for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. And you want to give them that benefit of the doubt that they're not doing those kinds of things, but like they kind of are, you know, they are gossiping about you. They are talking about you. They are making it hard for you to meet someone because they want you to stay single because it validates them. And you don't really need that in your life. I'm not saying you have to cut them off completely, but maybe there does need to be some kind of boundaries. And with the chili pepper, to me, it's very much like a no. Just no. Like, you need to back up. You need to chill. You need to just not be doing this. It's very clear and distinctive, just like absolutely not. Let's go ahead and look at the outcome. So if you kind of implement all this advice, if you really do work on yourself, if you really do all of these things, oh my goodness, look at this, right? We have the full moon in Scorpio. It's time for a releasing negativity and the end of a tough cycle. Full moon in Capricorn. You can't make this stuff up. Like, you do these things, you put yourself first, even a little bit, because maybe you do have responsibilities and you really do need to take care of other people in your life because that is who you are as a person. But if you do this, I really do believe that love is going to come very easily, and you are finally going to end this cycle of feeling like you have nothing to give to people because you are giving everything away and you have nothing left for yourself. You know, I really do believe that. Right? The Cancer, oh my god, 10th house Cancer, like being known as the mother figure, being known as someone who literally takes care of someone. I also feel like you're like almost like a therapist to people. Like, you really just suck in their negative energy, and they know that, and they just give it all to you, and you are just kind of left with all of that stuff. I really, 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 really feel like the moment that you truly let this go is the moment that a relationship is going to come knocking at your door. But you first, to get to that wish fulfillment, going back to the beginning of the reading, you first have to be kind to yourself before you can be kind to others. Because otherwise, there's going to be no kindness left, you know, and you're going to be in a situation where you're not happy. And group number 3, I want you to be happy. I want you to be fulfilled, and I want you to have the relationship of your literal dreams. So take care of yourself, stop self-sabotaging, you know, deal with those people who are sabotaging your life as well, and that relationship will be right around the corner, I promise you. Okay, please leave this video a like and a comment if it resonated for you. I would love to hear from you, and with all of that, bye. All right, group number 4, welcome, welcome. This is going to be a singles reading on what's coming up next in your love life, okay? Let's get started. If you picked group number 4, I especially love you because this is my favorite deck of all time that I own. I love it. It's gorgeous. And it is based off of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is my favorite show. If you like that show, please let me know because we can be best friends. We could definitely be best friends. Okay, let's talk about what's going on in your love life. Did you just break up with someone, group number 4? Are you just getting out of a breakup? because with the Six of Swords, it really makes me feel like you just walked away from someone. Like, you know, that kind of person where you've been going back and forth with them for so long because like they're like your ex, and like, you know, it's like that toxic cycle I almost want to get from you, group number 4, and you just walked away from them recently, and now you're like, I kind of want to date, I kind of want to expand, you know. But in doing that, I do feel like you were kind of knocked off balanced in your life with the Temperance in reverse. It's like you need to find your inner peace, your inner balance yourself. But I do see that there is someone coming into your life because we have the Two of Wands and we have this expansion. So I feel like you do have some things coming into your life right now, but it was at the result of walking away from a toxic situation. Now this could be a job, but for a lot of you, I do feel like it's an ex, like you really just went through a breakup. But for some people, it could be a job or a situation or even a toxic household or family member where you recently just moved out from some bad roommates or bad family members, and now you're kind of like going off on your own. But I do think that there are some people coming into your life. And we'll get into more details about if it's like more than one person or if it's just one person, but there is definitely a sense of expansion after a long time of feeling like you were unbalanced and like you were trying to basically like figure out how you're going to get back on your feet. Okay, bubblegum. Ooh, well, that answers my question. Cherry vanilla, yeah, you do have a relationship coming in, kind of a hot and sexy one too, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I definitely am getting some like childhood best friend vibes from this reading. Like, as someone who loves romance novels, like I would say that your love story is like friends to lovers, you know, that trope. But I am getting like someone who makes you kind of feel giddy inside, like someone who really like brings out just this like really gorgeous energy from you, where it's just like, you know, you're making memories together and it's just like really cute, sweet energy, but with like a little bit of passion and like edginess on top of it. Like, it really is like kind of a sexy time, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm feeling the vibes in this relationship and I feel like you kind of earned it. Do I think that this is gonna be the most serious relationship? I'm not really sure. It might be a little bit like, I don't know if that's even what you need right now, group number 4. I feel like you might need to have some fun before you can get into seriousness, because again, I really do feel like a lot of you just got out of a relationship. And because of that, you're not necessarily looking for someone to fill in the commitment roles. You might be looking for someone who makes you feel good inside, who makes you feel good about yourself, you know? Okay, let's look at what kind of person this is. Like, what is going on? I really want to see the nature of like what kind of person or persons you're dealing with. Ooh, Siamese cat. We got the squirrel and the macaw. Okay. This person is kind of mysterious. This person is someone who I think was checking you out for a while and trying to figure out what they were going to say to you to try to impress you for a while, because I really feel like to them, you were that person who was with someone else for so long, and now that you're single, it's like, I need to go shoot my shot. But they're quite mysterious. They're quite like intriguing, you know, they're not necessarily giving you all the information all the time. Like, I almost think in some ways they're a little bit frustrating, but they are also someone who feels very secure in their identity and very secure with themselves. They had no problem waiting for you to kind of like tell you how they really felt and how they really feel, and they have no problem doing that because they feel very secure with themselves and they had no issue waiting. They were prepared for this. They were very much like, you know, one day, you know, if me and this person's energy finally sync up, I'm gonna shoot my shot and I'm gonna let them know how I feel, and yeah, we're gonna get it on and poppin'. Like, I also think that this person might have a little bit of a cat-like personality, and what I mean by that is there's like a playfulness, but also this person's kind of like likes their space, And again, they're very secure in their identity, so they don't feel like they need anyone. They don't feel like they need anyone who comes into their life is an addition to the life that they already have, and they are happy with the life that they already have. Like if they don't end up with you, they're gonna be okay. They want you, but they don't need you. And I really feel like this person is, again, very secure in who they are, very secure in what they want, and really are not here for any kind of BS or any kind of playing games. You know, they're gonna let you know how they feel. They may not always share every little emotional thing that's going on with them, but overall they're gonna be pretty straightforward. I feel like this person's gonna let you know who they are very straightforwardly. You will definitely know. Let's look at what I think this relationship is going to be like. What the connection between this person and you is going to be like. Black pepper, bay leaves, and ginger. Okay. I do think this person's going to play a little hot and cold. I think that this person is going to be like someone who, like with the banishment card and black pepper, I also think about spicy. Like this person has a little spice to them. Like this person who, like, you know, not necessarily is gonna be angry, but like they really are pretty intense with their boundaries, and if they don't like something, they're like, be gone. Go forth somewhere else, like get out of my face. With the abundance from the bay leaves and the power in the ginger, I do feel like power couple vibes a little bit. Like this person is looking for their equal that they can really grow and expand with, but also they're not in a rush. They're not someone who's like, you know, I'm trying to get married right this second. Like I want to have fun. I want to experience you. I want to have romance with you. I want to take you out. I want to have a good time with you. Like let's be in abundance. Let's just like enjoy each other's energies and just like really feel into those energies without really needing it to go into a specific place or having a real specific goal in mind. Not saying that you can't end up being married if that's something that you want, but I don't think this is the kind of person who's jumping into you as a person and into a connection with you with the idea of exactly what they want in mind. They're totally okay with just feeling the energies between you two and really just like vibing with you and being like, oh, you know, this is a vibe. And I also think this person does have a lot of power. Like this person could be someone who has a lot of money, who has a lot of influence, who, like, again, they really know themselves, they know who they are, they're not really worried about other people and what's going on. They're really just like living their life, and they're not necessarily in a place where they're just trying to be someone else. They feel very secure in who they are as a person. So I think your connection with them will be a little bit weird for you, because I don't think you're going to be used to someone putting up such strong boundaries, but also be really healing and wonderful for you. Do I think it's going to last? I'm not really sure. It could, but I also think that that's not necessarily the goal of this relationship and this connection. I think Spirit is sending you this connection so that you can understand what it's like to be in a relationship that doesn't have a goal, to really just enjoy another person's energy without having to try to get to a finish line. And I think that's a very important lesson for you. Like that's the balance point. Like what is the point of being in relationships with other people if you're not enjoying it? If every single aspect of the relationship is just a race to get to some kind of imaginary finish line. Like at that point, what's the point in being in the relationship? If, you know, if everything is about the ring, the marriage, the kids, the this, like, do you even like this person? Or are you trying to get them to stick into a specific box? You know? Let's look at the outcome of this relationship, you know, see what's showing up in the outcome. Let me roll my dice. Okay, with 7th house, Pisces. I mean, this might end up in marriage, but if it does, I don't think it's going to be anything that you were expecting. Got Pisces again. All right. I do think this will end up in a long-term relationship, but only if you kind of like let it and allow it to really like show up in the way that it wants to show up. Like when I think about Pisces energy is not very easily definable. You can't really define Pisces energy because it's very much all encompassing and it's just very expansive. And I do feel like you will be able to get the relationship that you want with the 7th house and the sun. I do feel like there's going to be some kind of commitment at the end of it, but I truly feel like you're going to be having so much fun with this person that you probably won't even notice that you're going in that direction. And that's really the point. You know, the point is for you to balance your spirituality, to balance, you know, being in a relationship with your practical life, to balance, you know, feeling good about yourself and being independent. And this person's really going to teach you how to be independent, but also be in a really fulfilling and wonderful relationship. And yeah, I really feel like you're going to be having so much fun with this person that you're not even going to be thinking about the goal of like being in a long-term committed relationship. I feel like you're just going to let things be. And for you, after heartbreak, after the things that you've personally been through, after the toxicity that you've been through, that's going to be so healing for you. And that is what you need. Not every single relationship's purpose is to end up in marriage, but for you, I feel like you learning how to just be in a relationship is going to be so healing for your mental and for relationships going forward that I don't even think you're going to even notice that you hit a particular goal. You're just going to be happy to be there. Okay, so that's what I have for you, group number 4. Let me know if it was accurate, and please leave a like and a comment, and I will see you later.